Seems everyone around town has an opinion about the Billy Evans trial. This is the young man whose best mate, Simon Grady, was murdered in broad daylight. But have they got the right guy? The jury can't decide. They've been out for days. On the line we had...
Drown your sorrows, that's my advice.
I haven't lost yet.
Oh, and if the jury gets into its second week out, then the odds are not looking good.
Party starts in half an hour. You're getting frocked up?
Ben, please, your timing's terrible.
Personally, I'm surprised you ever wanted to run this case.
Oh, come on, Tony. That's how Simon Grady was murdered. Wouldn't you want to lock up the bastard who did that?
Yes, but we all know this case had a problem.
Tatum, you're needed at reception.
Okay.
There you go, mate. Don't mind the fancy dress, we're still working.
Hi. Can I help you?
We're looking for Janet King.
Yeah, sure. Come through.
Right.
Welcome to the Department of Public Prosecutions.
Thank you.
Mark, Sue.
Lena, hi. No news?
They're still out, I'm afraid. I'm sorry I can't chat. I've just got to dash over the road to court. But is Tatum looking after you?
Tea, coffee.
Black tea, please.
Sure. Ben, one black tea. Do you mind? In Janet's office. Thank you.
What?
They're Simon Grady's parents.
Oh.
Tea.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I'll just go see if I can find her. I'm so sorry. Where is Janet? Do you know?
I haven't seen her. Try the conference room.
You're a big girl, You're a big man.
Janet?
Try David.
Thanks, Tracy. Success. Excuse me, Mr. Sinclair. Simon Grady's parents, they're in your office.
What are you wearing?
Oh, for the Christmas party tonight. It's 1930s theme. I did tweet everyone.
Very authentic.
I know. I'm setting the standard. You two need to improve.
Oh, Christ. Photos.
I turned them over.
Do they see them?
Yes. I didn't know.
Okay, don't worry. Forget it.
Sorry.
Bloody Tony Gillies.
You're mad if you take everything personally.
Says the woman who can't sleep until her jury comes back.
I thought you were sure he'd done it.
We are, except he's claiming he's got an alibi.
Claiming?
Well, Simon and Billy both played this sort of complex online war game. And Simon's avatar stole a sword from Billy's avatar and sold it to another one of the players.
Like for real money?
Yeah, that's why Billy got so pissed off. So Billy went off his rocker, not hard for a psychopath, and at 9:30 on Saturday morning went to Simon's house, picked up a kitchen knife and stabbed him.
Witnesses?
None, but the knife was found in a skip out the front with two sets of prints on it. One being Billy's, the other, I don't know, some passerby.
But the clincher?
The clincher is that Simon was stabbed the same way Billy's avatar kills other avatars. So, you know, we had everything. Motive, opportunity, forensics, except, well, Billy claims he was home on the computer at the time. And his computer shows he was. He was logged on and playing the game.
Well, that's it then. If there's any doubt, he's fine.
No, there isn't any doubt.
There must be. He could have been at his computer, and there were two sets of prints on the knife.
Tell you what, Tatum. Read the brief, look at how she made the case, then we'll talk about it.
Are those going to stay up without some of these?
I can even do the can apparently.
Janet's asked you to find out how expensive that is, right?
Oh, yes.
The answer's $49.95. Any more, she'll have to log it as a gift.
Ah, thanks. See you soon.
Bye.
Tatum?
2 more assaults and an arson that's due for a mention first week next year. If you can't handle a mention, get Erin to help. Enjoy. Now, where's Richard? How old are you, Tatum?
22.
My first Christmas party here, you were a fetus.
It's random.
Something always happens at Christmas parties. Hasn't happened to me. yet. Nonetheless, it happens. Sometimes I wonder what Christ makes of it all.
Well, given he's been dead for 2,000 years, I'd imagine he's fairly relaxed about it.
He did rise again.
Right, but there's a lot of hearsay in that proposition.
So, in your view, the core plank of Christianity is more or less hearsay?
No, it's all hearsay.
Come on, Tatum. Tatum, sweetness. Tracy Samuels is not a cuddly mummy. She plays favourite, she destroys careers, and she hates people being too skinny or too happy. You're both. You've seen what she's doing to Richard.
And he's a New Zealander.
This is not funny. You want to stay here, you got to join the team and play the game just a little bit. Especially with a woman who's writing your annual...
Conrad!
Needed to find whoever it was. He got to sit at his computer while he was off committing the murder.
Really?
Did you even do a door knock? Make any attempt to find out?
Only for about the last 6 months.
So why didn't you make a big deal out of it?
Because we couldn't find him, so we had to say it was unimportant.
But it's crucial.
Oh, bullshit.
It's only his alibi, Lena.
He grabbed some guy to sit at his computer for an hour or two. Why went off and stabbed Simon 4 times and cut his throat. So what? Who cares who it was? Why does it matter?
Because he'd played that game for months and he'd only just gotten up to level 6.
Yeah, by stabbing demons 4 times and cutting their throats.
Well, he wouldn't just log on and leave his avatar in the hands of a mate he met in the pub. It doesn't make sense. And yes, I have read both closing addresses.
Look, don't get me wrong. I'm sure Billy did it. And the worst thing is, if he does get off, he's just the sort of nutcase who'll kill someone else who pisses him off. But that's the system. Maybe we just need a better one.
Hey, man. It's a cool party.
Mate,
Oh, dig in. On me.
you do realise that there are cops out there and barristers and... well, the rest of us are lawyers.
Jesus. I don't have enough for everyone. What?
What sort of a stupid fucking idiot? God, you're lucky it was Richard. You're so fucking lucky. If that had been anyone else, can you imagine what that would have meant?
Fine. Maybe good behaviour.
I'm not talking about you, Conrad. I meant me. Imagine what that would have meant for me. Can you just think about me for 1 second? I have just graduated as a lawyer and I've organised the Christmas party for all the lawyers I've started working with. And these are lawyers that spend half their working life prosecuting drug dealers. And my boyfriend brings drugs to the Christmas party. You could have killed my career in 5 seconds. Give me one reason, just one, why I shouldn't dump you right here. What's that?
It's a ring.
Tiffany's.
Is it all right? I thought, you know, like an engagement. See, we saw that Red Lotus at the shop, so the boy said I ought to do the right thing. Kind of, so, I hope you like it. 'Cause I love you.
What's not to laugh?
Anytime I can do something for you in return, any sort of favour, I'm yours. Looky, looky. What do you think? Isn't it gorgeous?
Wonderful.
What's wrong?
You read both closing addresses.
Yes, I did. I loved it when Janet said, let's not focus on the bloody knife covered in Billy's fingerprints, and there's no need to dwell on the similarity between how Simon was killed and blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's smart. By saying don't focus on it, she's like putting it right in front of their minds.
It's called a parallapsis.
She's also really good at making herself one of them. It's never you should or shouldn't. It's always we should or shouldn't. So She's never, like, telling them what they ought to think. She's just, like, thinking aloud for all of them.
Exactly. And if we win, that will be why. Because the way she tells a story, you know she's telling the truth, not just a series of possible events.
You want something for your head?
Thank you.
You've never had to pray for help yet, have you, Tatum?
Got me on that one.
I prayed for those jurors last night.
You mean you prayed they'd find him guilty, as opposed to maybe trying to find out what actually happened?
I prayed God would give them the strength to make the right decision.
What? Well, you can't lose that race, can you? I mean, it's just such a stupid thing to say. No offense.
Okay, I have got my first ever court appearance today. I just got the case and I'm totally unprepared. Plus, I'm still trying to get a hold of this pirate sex case. And
Pirate sex, okay, do tell.
Can you please...
What, you freaking out? You freaking out?
No.
Okay, there are things you can take for that.
I'm not freaking out. Why am I not surprised there's a pharmacy in your pocket?
Well, they're just beta blockers, you know, help calm the nerves. Take a couple before court and you will cruise through.
Oh, yeah, my cousin takes those before auditions, so he's really... He's an actor.
Rock on.
Would I have seen him in anything, your cousin?
Oh, no, he never gets any work.
Encouraging.
But can we talk about that setup underneath your desk?
What are you doing looking under my desk?
Trying to find out where the musty smell was coming from.
It's just my running shoes.
Not the pillow, the swag, or the aftershave? How long have you been sleeping here?
2 weeks, 3 days, 7 hours.
Didn't you buy a place in Camperdown?
Oh, the tenant won't leave. I don't know what else to do. I've tried everything. Eviction letters. Well, really just eviction letters, but he just won't respond. I don't know.
But it's your home. I could send a few guys over there to point that out to him.
Maybe not.
Why don't you go to a hotel?
I tried that for 3 weeks. Do you know how expensive it is to live in a hotel?
Well, you can't stay here. You need some good temporary accommodation. Luckily, I can help.
I can't believe you guys live here.
Believe it.
Why can't you live in your own place, Richard?
Did you offer Richard a beer?
Oh, no, that's okay.
So do I have to worry about you and this nerd?
I had an idea about pirate sex.
Yeah?
Sorry. You two talk about sex.
Work sex, it's Richard's case. It's legal, honey.
Oh, thanks.
So the first guy would dress up in a pirate costume when they had sex because that's how the second guy liked to orgasm, right?
Right. Are you okay?
Oh, he's fine, he just drinks too fast. And the second guy admits that he had this, like, mega orgasm.
Which is how they claim it can't be rape.
But who's to say that the orgasm couldn't just be a body thing?
Like an involuntary response to the pirate costume.
Well, why not? The orgasm itself doesn't actually say anything about consent. I could be all, oh, and still have not given you consent to have sex with me.
Maybe we shouldn't be discussing this here.
Oh, no, Con's cool. Aren't you, baby?
Yeah. I'm cool.
Aren't you going out anywhere?
No, I'm too tired.
Oh, you can't stay here. It's Friday night.
Oh, why not? That's a great TV for watching movies.
Why don't you hang out with us? Con's work lent him the Lotus for the weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you heard the man.
I'm happy here.
Yeah, he's happy here.
Richard, you need me in your life. Now, come on.
Nearly had a pneumonia. Pass me the matches, will you, Joe? No, you had them last. Nah, yeah, nah, yeah, nah. Oh, fucking hell yeah. Hey, don't be a smartass. They're right there, dickhead.
Richard. Want to hear the world's most intellectually advanced meth cooks?
Is there any other kind?
Check this out. They're in the lab.
Nearly out of ammonia. Pass me the matches, will you, Joe? No, you had them last. Nah, yeah, nah.
See?
Yeah, nah. Oh, fucking hell yeah. Hey, don't be a smartass. They're right there, dickhead, next to the iodine.
If they want kids to stop taking meth, they should just play them this. Would you inhale something made by these geniuses?
Did you hear about Hamill? Nah, what happened? Hamill has fallen from a tree. He's real quick, bro. Might not make it.
Weirdness. There's something about an illness in the file.
It's a virus, I think.
Sounds like Hamill's about to cark it.
You're sure there's nothing in the police brief to indicate an illness?
No, nothing. If Mick Hamill's really sick, it's likely the jury will be sympathetic, won't they?
Highly likely. Juries are not to be trusted for a second. And if it's terminal, he may evade prosecution altogether instead of getting the 20 years he deserves, which will not make the police task force happy. You know, after spending 3 years and vast sums of public money tracking these guys down.
But the quantity of meth they were moving, did you see the photos of the lab?
Yeah, well, impending death's a very persuasive card, even for a scumbag like Hamill. Find out what hospital he's in, what his prognosis is, and whether he's undergoing treatment. We need to know where he is and whether he can actually be tried before we go another step. Oh, and, good job picking this up, Tatum.
Thanks.
The wind changes, you'll stay that way.
I can't find Mick Hamill.
I don't know how many times I have to tell you, solicitors. Leave the investigating to the police.
I've rung all the hospitals. No one's registered under his name anywhere. Or his aliases.
The man is seriously resourced, Tatum. If he wants to stay underground while he's sick, he will.
I'll be very upset if he dies before we find him.
We can't have that then, can we?
Richard said it's a virus. Hamill was in Costa Rica last year. He must have picked it up there.
My tennis partner works in the disease unit at St Vincent's. I'll have him call Tony.
Tennis? Those generally work better if you drink them.
I'm hiding.
Well, you better unhide. There's a witness in the meeting room. You're meant to be prepping her.
I'll tell her I've spontaneously combusted. Happens, you know?
Do you want me to prep her?
Nope, I'll do it. You know, they should never abolish the death penalty.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of state-sanctioned murder.
Well, hasn't this place taught you that some evils are necessary?
What about rehabilitation?
What, of a murderer? Well, how likely is that? Tate, do you know what recidivism rates are like?
Yes. Hi.
Yeah, exactly. Because imprisonment isn't a good enough deterrent. You know how much it costs to keep someone in maximum security prison for a year?
Are we measuring life in dollars now?
Okay, hang on. So say if someone in your family was bashed and died, what then?
I would be devastated, yes. But I wouldn't want more blood spilled.
Yeah, well, they all say that until it happens to them.
Put causation aside. Focus on foreseeability, Cooper's intent to kill.
I can't see intent to kill.
Then look for GBH or reckless indifference.
You probably want something strapless to accentuate your shoulders. Mens rea. Mens rea. No, the flounce is too distracting. Think elegant. Clean lines with plenty of movement in the skirt. Everyone knows the tide comes in, but where's the evidence Cooper did on that particular night? Are you thinking veil? Oh, Tate. Playboy Mansion? Do you have anything like a sweetheart neckline with a ballerina hem? Perhaps sisters?
Can't tell with this thing on. Can you hold that? It's better.
It's Con.
Can you answer it?
Hi, Con. It's Richard.
Richard, can you just tell her that I'll be home at about 6?
Yeah, I'll tell her.
Richard, can you pass me my bra?
Cyclone. I have to get back to the office.
Hubby!
Have a good night.
Yes?
Did you keep your clothes on?
What?
Did you get your bra back all right?
Oh, no, we were shopping.
Yeah, right.
We worked together.
And now he lives here.
He was homeless.
Okay, you go out drinking with him. You spend every minute with him. You didn't make me banana bread.
You hate bananas!
I know. He's in Mensa or some shit.
Oh,
but you should be
baby,
coming
will you
out.
stop? He's gay. He's gay. What?
The defence are asking for a nollie on this. Should we grant it?
Not unless we want the drug squad to order a hit on us and all our families.
Well, the evidence isn't strong, and Hamill's got some rare terminal disease, apparently. He might croak before we get a conviction, and we need to tread carefully in the current climate.
I wouldn't want to be seen as going soft on a scumbag drug lord.
Just thought I'd run it past you.
What's he got?
Hamill has fallen from a tree.
Wait a minute. He's fallen from a tree.
That can be fatal.
Many things can be fatal, Tatum.
So what can the DPP do for you, Professor?
I'm here because... Have you really finished high school?
And university, yes.
How's that possible?
No gap year. Which angers me. Thanks for bringing it up.
Sorry.
You're forgiven. So?
I'm here because I've committed an indictable offence and I need to be prosecuted.
Have you told the police?
Oh, those stupid idiots.
Well, you have to go to them first. They're the only ones who can charge you.
I've tried that.
Well, if they haven't laid a charge, we can't prosecute.
Can't you order them to lay a charge?
I don't know. I suppose it depends on what the crime is.
Stealing.
Okay, what did you steal?
$782,000.
Interesting.
780,000.
That's what you get if you hack into a porn site and take $2 from every member.
$750,000 in a day.
That's what he said.
What, is it true, though?
Well, he's gone home to get the evidence. In other news, he did give me the porn site's URL, which I forwarded on to everyone. He did say it's mostly straight stuff, though, so probably isn't your thing. Unless you want to see what the other half do. Richard, Professor McLeod's here.
Hey, Richard Still.
Richard.
Hi.
Just go this way.
Every $2 transaction is taken from an individual credit card number.
But all you've got for the ID information is just a username and email address?
Correct.
And no one's complained?
What do you think I'm doing? This whole thing is a complaint. 618 million searches a day are about porn. And how does the Western world function any longer? Half the workforce is staring at porn.
Okay.
Has your friend here told you what sort of things run sites like this?
Well, he's gay, so, you know, parallel universe. But as it happens, I took a look at this Arvo, and it all seemed pretty boring. Some non-violent erotica, which I don't mind, actually. And, yeah, all the other misogynist crap. But it's not illegal.
Well, neither smoking. But at least it's heavily taxed, and all those dollars goes back into re-educating people not to smoke. Well, that's my idea, too. I just need a kickstart with publicity. And if it's not through the court, I'll go straight to the press. Man steals fortune, DPP lets him go. Not a good time for that headline, is it? They're yours. I look forward to being arrested.
What?
Gay?
Aren't you?
No!
Really?
Yes!
But sweetheart neckline and ballerina.
Two older sisters, seriously.
Okay. Oh, but when we're at home, you have to be gay, all right?
I'm sorry.
Well, Conrad, he was a bit jealous about sharing with straight Richard. But
Oh.
he can live with gay Richard. So when you're at home, while you're around us, it'd all in all just be easier if girls weren't your thing. Work straight, home, gay.
Tatum. Hi. Do you have a few minutes for us?
Yes?
So would you say that you're spoiled?
Some people think I am.
You don't agree?
Well, I'm Danny Novak's daughter. All through high school, I was called the gangster's girl. Don't pick on Tatum. Her dad'll blow up your house. Ha ha ha. There's got to be some compensation for growing up with that shit. Especially since he's not a gangster.
He does have a colourful past.
He married Mum when he was 29. Ever since then, he's been absolutely straight.
Still, your apartment?
He bought it, yes.
Prestige car yard where your fiancé works?
He owns, yes.
Dolce & Gabbana bags, Chanel perfume. Seems he buys you a lot of things. He's never asked you to do anything for him in return?
No.
The morning after the Christmas party, you came in at 5:37. You didn't log into your computer or use Facebook until 6:01.
I went to the loo, got a coffee. I grabbed the file from Lena's office. Look, I didn't even know the Attorney General. I'd never met him, nor had my dad. He didn't have any reason to ask me to leak anything. Did he?
How'd the interrogation go?
Yeah, fine.
Interview commenced at 1:35 p.m.
He might get to keep it. Are you serious? Well, the point is, for a charge of theft to be proven, we need to have the other who's been stolen from, and that's going to be the problem.
And you've got hundreds of them, haven't you?
Well, not yet. At the moment, they're just usernames like Big Tit 69 and Box Pounder King. So now what we have to do is convince whoever Box Pounder King is that it's worth outing himself in front of the national media as a member of an adult porn site for the sake of $2.
Yeah. It's a tough ask, huh?
Well, would you go to court if it meant Tate finding out you liked hardcore bondage photos?
Gotta be kidding. She hates getting handcuffed.
It's fun when I tie him up, but that's just teasing.
No, she calls it teasing, but...
When men do it, it gets ugly.
What do you call it?
It's teasing.
Teasing? She doesn't mind the straight naked stuff, though.
Yeah?
Well, if it's non-violent, I mean, the legal definition of pornography is material that exists solely for the purpose of sexual arousal. And, well, to be honest, sometimes sex is all I'm thinking about.
Really?
When?
Well, it's not all the time. For the 2 or 3 days women ovulate, the hormones are so strong that sometimes we can't even hear what a guy's saying. We cover it well and pretend we're listening and don't make any sudden movements, but really we just want to fuck them. That's why pornography's been around forever. Like in Pompeii, the villa with the picture of the guy with the huge dick, like this big.
Yes, that's right. You would have loved that at school. I bet that got you going, yeah? Dick this big.
I did well at ancient, yes.
The funny thing is how it can be so common and so embarrassing. I don't get it. But that's just people. Everyone has to hide something. You think that you know everything about someone, and then when it's least convenient, you find out you don't. Human beings are so hopeless. It's annoying. And I hate being annoyed. Make me happy.
Well, are you ovulating now?
Okay. Well, I might start emailing some of these usernames and explain to them the gravity of the crime and how they would be helping rid society of the porn that, ironically, they all enjoy looking at, to appear in court, and maybe someone can help us prosecute a very rich, retired evangelical maths professor. Yep.
Not one.
No one. I could keep going. There are over 300,000 of them.
All in Australia?
No, around the world.
Well, we're not going to fly someone out from Mexico to say they've been robbed at $2 by a bloke in Australia.
No, that's why I've been targeting the .au email addresses, but there's still over 5,000 of those.
Well, has anyone replied?
About 100 or so.
And no one wants to put up their hand and say they've been robbed?
They're more concerned we might close the site down.
Oh.
Is this the porn site meeting?
That it is.
Can we do it?
Not likely.
Well, I could keep trying, but...
No. This wasn't one to go to the battle when it's over. Cross-border issues. A defendant who wants to be charged in order to plead not guilty. And why waste money pursuing a prosecution for larceny when no one's willing to come forward and say they've been robbed of anything?
Well, it's still not going to look good when he goes to the press. DPP not so cocksure about prosecution.
DPP blows off porn thief?
Yes, thank you. I'm sure it'll be uncomfortable for a day or two, but we have to base our decisions by applying the rule of law. That's all. And at least nobody from this department looked at the degrading images on that website.
I did.
Except for one solicitor assigned to review the matter.
God. Roberto Bianchi, rock muso. Yeah, no kidding.
Skinny, flat, whoa. I need to get to the gym more. Once. Who's your friend?
He's no friend of mine. This man's a murderer.
Really? Who'd he kill? Girlfriend?
No one yet.
Right, you've lost me.
This man's been rampaging around the country, infecting women with the HIV virus. And all he's been charged with is GBH.
So no one's died.
Not yet, but they might.
Be interesting if someone did die. Well, tragic, obviously, but legally interesting. I mean, if he's convicted of GBH and one of the victims dies later, would there be an issue with double jeopardy in prosecuting him for murder arising from the same act?
Well, if they die within a year and a day, I guess you actually could be looking at murder.
Well, you'll also need to think about whether you can charge him with GBH if there was no actual transmission of the virus.
And get this, the state chief health officer is launching a public appeal for any other women who have had unprotected sex with him to come forward.
Well, so how many is he charged over at the moment?
One.
And how many do they
According
think
to
there
what
might
he's
be?
told the police, maybe 20.
20. 20? It'd be wrong of me to even think that that was in any way impressive, wouldn't it?
It's like he's doing his very best to eradicate the female of the species.
Well, has he made any admissions?
About the sex, yes. He says he told her about his HIV status. She says he didn't.
Well, I guess that's the problem with assault cases arising from sexual encounters. You know, no independent witnesses.
The victim, Sandy McDowell, sounds like she's completely shit-scared and traumatised.
Well, it's a good action for a civil case for nervous shock.
Sandy, tell me what happened.
I'd had a few drinks and he was so...
You can say it. He was hot.
gorgeous.
Did you ask him if it was safe?
He should have told me if it wasn't. Isn't there a law about that?
It's an offence under the Public Health Act, but it's not a crime.
So if it's not a crime, does that mean he gets away with it? I'm so confused.
There's no explicit duty to disclose your HIV status under the Crimes Act.
But the police have
The fact that he didn't tell you indicates that he was reckless in his behaviour towards you. Reckless about whether you were infected or not.
I was reckless too. Won't that count against me?
You agreed to have unprotected sex.
I'm never having sex again.
But you didn't agree to have unprotected sex with someone you knew to be HIV positive.
No, I didn't.
And Roberto Bianchi is the only person you've had unprotected sex with recently?
You think I'm stupid, don't you?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply.
But you did.
We have your medical records here.
I slept with Roberto once. Once, and I was drunk. I mean, who hasn't done that? I bet you have.
Yes, I have.
And you're all right, aren't you?
I'm sorry. You were unlucky, yes. But he should have said something.
I think I knew in the back of my mind sleeping with Roberto was stupid. A guy in a pub band. I could have caught anything.
And when you got your positive diagnosis, there was a 6-month gap between your diagnosis and you reporting it?
I was so I couldn't deal with it. How many more women do you think he slept with in that time?
How's sex and death?
Confusing. Sandy McDowell took 6 months to report her infected Casanova.
That's not good.
No. So I go from feeling sorry for her to being really pissed off. She behaved so selfishly, she might have endangered dozens of other women. And then I get a call from Conrad about my wedding dress, and that makes me feel terrible because I'm planning the rest of my life while these other women... That makes me sound really flaky, doesn't it?
Not at all.
God, I'm turning into Bridezilla.
You're a smart lawyer who's dealing with highly emotional issues. It's okay.
But I don't want to get emotional about this stuff. I want to be Janet King.
Interesting.
Don't you? She's so cool and calm. She would never have unsafe sex. No way. She's probably the only person in this office who wouldn't.
I think people are a little bit more responsible than you give them credit for.
Oh, come on. People don't always do the right thing. Especially when they've had a few and they're really seriously turned on.
I do. Well, growing up with two sisters, I had it pretty drummed into me.
You've never had unsafe sex?
Can you keep it down?
No, I think it's good. Being so responsible, having nothing in your past to be embarrassed about.
I didn't say that.
Sometimes I wish I was more like you. How weird's that?
You don't need these, sweetheart. We've already decided what you're wearing.
But it's my day.
Your mother's wedding dress. You can't get more romantic than that, can you? I want the very best for my little girl, and that's exactly what she's going to get.
It might not fit me properly.
Oh, just leave it to me. You'll look spectacular. As I am paying, remember? And it's not cheap.
Where'd you disappear to?
Oh, your dad left his phone.
You know he's gonna veto everything I want to have for my wedding just because he can.
Our wedding, baby. And maybe he'll come around. You can be very persuasive. And if he doesn't, you know you look hot in anything.
I think we should have a prenup.
What?
Not about money and stuff because, well, let's face it, I pretty much own everything. I want it to be about stuff we haven't told each other. So we both know exactly what we're getting ourselves into.
You're sus on me about something.
No, baby. I just want us to be really open. I don't want anything messing us up.
You serious?
I am.
All right. Yeah. I'll write your list. But you might not like everything that's on there.
I might not. You might not either.
Oh.
Hey,
right.
I got you a present. So you don't get RSI from performing manual stimulation.
I don't need this.
You don't know what I have in mind.
Shall we?
That's Matt March, our defendant.
So that's what confidence looks like.
He says he's innocent. How long did this go on for?
3 years. Began when she was 15.
PE teacher?
Specialised squash coach.
Bet he did a bit of fill-in history.
2-unit ancient. How did you know? According to Isabella's statement, March told her he was unhappy in his marriage. Wife didn't understand him. They hadn't had sex for years. Said she was different from the other girls her age. She was mature, special.
And to demonstrate how special, he shoves his hand down her pants in the change room. How do these men think they can keep getting away with this? Drop by my office in 20 minutes. You can take me through the statements.
Thanks, Janet. And, thank you for this opportunity.
Let's nail this bastard. So it wasn't the girl who...
Gemma Abella.
It wasn't Isabella who notified the police?
Her parents. They found some text messages to a friend on her phone referring to the sexual relationship. Apart from Gemma's statement, we've also got the statement of first but not recent complaint from her friend and classmate, Ms. Louisa Bellino. Gemma told Ms. Bellino about the relationship 6 months before the parents found out.
So a 15-year-old girl keeps an affair secret for 2.5 years. Wow.
I think they both knew what would happen if it got out in the open.
And I think you'll find it was the teacher who was exerting the most pressure. What's he saying?
March claims Gemma had a crush on him and he turned her down. This is all schoolgirl revenge.
A woman scorned. What rubbish. I've got a pre-trial on another matter in half an hour. Can we walk and talk? So, where did this sexual relationship begin?
A squash knockout. March 08, Taree, New South Wales Combined Schools squash knockout.
Why are you reading my file?
Tracy thought I could help you out on this.
Always grateful for another set of eyes. Now, Isabella claims the pair had sex 200 times or some incredible number like that. Is that correct?
Actually, it was closer to 400 times. 400 over 3 years.
3 times a week.
Impressive mental arithmetic, Richard.
It's not, actually. They only had sex on school days, which makes it roughly once a day. That's impressive.
Unfortunately, this whole matter still boils down to his word against hers. And the note, what does it say again?
It's in March's own handwriting to a woman, we assume, about missing you, missing your lips, wanting your body, your cute breasts. Now, in her statement, Isabella claims the note was written to her in 2009, but March claims
It was
that
for his wife and referred to a 2006 trip she took to Fiji and how much he was going to miss her.
And March says he has no idea how a private note to his wife came into Isabella's possession.
Well, he says it must have been stolen from him. It speaks to a pattern of obsession he claims Isabella has for him.
What's a lime call crusher?
Maybe you're best to answer that. You're more the target market than me.
Can someone put me out of my sociological misery?
It's an alco pop, vodka, lime, sugar. Teenagers like them.
It's very sweet, very frothy.
It's mentioned in the note, so March claims that his wife liked to drink them, but we're saying it's more the sort of thing a giggly young woman might like.
Yes.
All right. Now, the defence strategy will be to paint Isabella as a slut.
Well, they still do that.
It's the 1950s in there, so we need to find out if she's ever had any boyfriends, you know, the sort of thing, and organise a conference with this best friend.
Matt March was your coach as well?
Yeah, he didn't do anything to me, though.
Oh, no, I didn't mean to imply that. We just need to go through your statement. You say that Gemma was staying at your house when she told you about...
Her parents were overseas. They were artists. They had some touring show.
And so, on the night of December 6, Gemma told you...
She was having sex with him, yeah.
At the time, you say you were too scared to tell anyone about this?
Excuse me. I'm Tatum, one of the solicitors. I'm so sorry. I didn't realise we'd started.
You were scared of the consequences if you told. That's correct, isn't it?
That's exactly what I was saying in court, yes.
But it's not exactly true. No one put pressure on you not to tell, did they?
No.
Why do you think Gemma didn't go to the police herself?
Because she was worried about getting into trouble.
Not that.
Then what?
She loves him. It's not impossible, is it? We were 15 or 7.
15 is still underage.
For being in love with someone. Anyway, you don't feel that you're a child that needs protecting at that age. You know what you're doing, don't you?
Matt March did still take advantage of Gemma.
The night they first kissed, she knocked on his door. She took the bottle of red wine. She knew what she was going there for. Gemma never wanted some boy from her class to be her first. She wanted a man. She knew exactly what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing? Crikey. It's amazing what self-persuaders we can be despite the evidence.
How do you know she's deluded? I was 15. I remember how we flirted with the spunky teachers. We knew exactly what sort of power we had.
Which was absolutely no power.
We weren't all helpless victims waiting to be preyed upon by evil teachers.
Are you serious?
Well, I know it doesn't fit the narrative, but young women are more... It's complicated. Did you speak to any girls when you were 15? Not including your sisters.
Yeah, well, consent, or whatever the hell you're talking about, is irrelevant. Why are you even arguing this?
I'm not. Just forget it. Don't you dare start a conference without telling me.
I just assumed you were wedding shopping.
Dick.
You're pushing me now. That's mature. Ow! That's it. Gloves are off.
I'm so scared.
Don't be a child.
I didn't just peel off imaginary gloves.
I hope you don't mind my sending Richard along.
Not at all.
Oh, this sort of case, you know, where the tiniest of details are important. I thought the DPP needed someone more methodical.
And why wasn't that in her record of interview?
She said the only reason Jem is going through with this is because of her parents. She still loves Matt March.
Tatum and I discussed it. Consent's irrelevant.
But are we saying that the mental age and maturity of a 15-year-old is significantly different to that of a 16-year-old? I mean, one day she's a child and the next she can agree to consensual sex.
We're not debating age of consent. Let's talk about putting Gemma in the box. Pros and cons.
I say we have to. There's no DNA evidence, and she admits to the sexual relationship. So
She won't do that in court.
how do you know?
Because I know what I would do if I was her. I'd say I don't remember, it's all a blur.
We have no reason to think she'll be hostile. It's statutory rape, Tatum. We have to try.
Let's keep it to first principles. Is the crime made out?
Underage sex is a crime. She was underage. They had sex.
Although
so-
Matt March said they didn't. The note is the issue. Tatum,
Yes, Janet.
keep it to first principles. See you both in the morning.
What? What, Richard?
I just worked out why you're arguing this stuff. You're so desperate to show up in front of Janet that you'll argue any position just as long as it's you that's doing all the talking.
What if it was a 15-year-old boy and his teacher was a woman?
It's no difference.
Isn't there? You don't think that society gives a nudge and a wink to that?
No.
Bullshit, Richard. There was that teacher in Victoria last year, exact same as this. She got a suspended sentence.
It's the same.
Oh, yeah, we have to say it's the same. The law has to say it's the same, but if it happens to a boy, it's about getting experience and becoming a man. But a woman, she's a dupe, used and abused. Why can't she just be getting experience too?
Getting experience. Life is not a movie on SBS.
Don't talk to me like I'm an idiot.
Well, then stop behaving like one. Yes, there are double standards, but abuse is abuse.
And I'm just the dumb girl.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Tatum. We don't have a case if that note was for his wife. No matter what we think or what we pretend we think.
First, Janet probably thinks I'm an intellectual lightweight who drinks girly drinks. A Mai Tai is not a girly drink.
No, you're right. Barack Obama drinks Mai Tais.
Don't let yourself get psyched out. You're young. Old people always hate young people.
Janet's not old.
What side are you on?
Oh, all yours, good sir.
Thank you. Leave you to it.
Shit, I'm late too. Only got time for one more.
You heading on?
Make a detour if you like, or you could.
What's that for?
Passion doesn't need a reason, does it?
You'll be sweet, babe, all right? The dude totally did it.
You're right, he did it. We can't prove it completely, but he did. But she loved him. She wanted it to happen, and now he's gonna go to jail.
You feel sorry for him.
I bet if you asked this girl, she wouldn't want him punished like this. She'd probably feel responsible.
He shouldn't have done it. Young girls, they might look older and act older and feel older. But they're off limits. Yeah, they might say that they want it now. But who knows how it's gonna fuck with their heads in like 5 years' time.
Shit.
I knew I was starting the day the wrong way.
Matt March is lying. He claimed the note was written in 2006 and that it was his wife who loved lime cool crushes. Crushes weren't around in 2006. They were first bottled in 2007. I need petty cash for these.
DPP doesn't pay for alcohol.
Pardon me, but that is not alcohol. That is legal dynamite. See here, on this label? Caused a defendant to be shown to be lying on their statement and plead guilty.
This one label here.
Yep.
Well, then you do deserve reimbursement for one bottle.
But she had to buy 4.
She only needed 1. Come to my office later, I'll get you the $3.30.
I was good today, you can't spoil it.
Your Honour, the defendant blacked out his number plate and ran a red light at high speed with one finger upraised for the photo. Learned counsel for the appellant tries to excuse this as an act of high spirits. It worries me to think how his client might have behaved had he been depressed. We are told the original judgment of a 1-month custodial sentence is somehow impinging on his client's career prospects, a career which has thus far consisted of social welfare.
What does the Crown suggest, Miss Novak?
That the original sentence was in fact too lenient and needs to be increased. The appellant's actions were done with utter contempt for both the law and any innocent lives that he may have impacted with a willfully reckless act. I suggest, Your Honour, give greater weight to the principles of general and specific deterrence over and above the need for rehabilitation.
Yes, well, I'm afraid the death penalty hasn't been an option in this country for over 50 years, Miss Novak. The respondent's solicitor has argued her case, perhaps a little more passionately than normal in a matter of this nature, but effectively nonetheless. Willful contempt of the law, as demonstrated by the appellant, is inexcusable. And in light of the appellant's numerous prior convictions, the sentence is increased to 7 months' imprisonment. Remove the prisoner.
This is way more exciting.
Been a fraud case. You're not competing with much. Being asked to be chief bridesmaid should be considered an honour. You are the person the bride will rely on for support to calm her down when she gets stressed.
That'll probably be the other way around, but anyway.
As well as the one who should keep the strippers at bay at her hen's party. You having strippers?
How should I know?
It's your party.
You're the one organising it.
Objection.
Overruled. Somewhere classy but not cold, girly but not girly. Somewhere we can dress up but not get picked up.
I don't think I should be organising
this. Not a bar, not a club. I don't want the same thing as everyone else. Oh, and Grandma's got to like it. She's paying.
Well, if you're not too busy shopping.
Thanks for your concern, but I can fit it all in. I've highly developed time management skills. It comes from being so popular and invited to everything.
Oh, in that case, you might want to go and visit Tony. He'll be looking for a solicitor, and I know how well the two of you work together.
Can't wait.
Don't wait. See him now. I wouldn't leave anything on the floor for too long. Cleaners might just throw it away.
Tracy said you asked for my help.
Don't believe everything that woman says. The next time knock, I've got to finish this advice this afternoon.
If you don't want people to just walk in, you should keep your door closed. An open door says, I'm friendly, I'm available. Come in and you'll be met with civility and professionalism.
Patient dies unexpectedly under a doctor's care. Grieving husband suspects foul play. What's the starting point?
Is this like a quiz?
Do you see a buzzer? If you don't know, then for Christ's sake, send in someone who does.
If you're looking at a possible case of negligent manslaughter, you need to establish 1, a duty of care owed to the victim, 2, a breach of that duty, 3, a risk the conduct could cause death, 4, that the breach did cause the death, and 5, that the conduct fell way below that required of a reasonable physician in those circumstances. Come on, give me something else. I'm just getting warmed up.
What do you know about motor neurone disease?
Stephen Hawking. Hawking's?
The coroner has made a recommendation. Someone's responsible for this death.
And they want us to formulate the charges.
Yes. Now, Tatum.
Diana was diagnosed with motor neuron disease at the age of 30. We'd been married for 6 months. Kind of put a pretty quick end to any discussion about having kids. She was one of the luckier ones, though. She lived with her for 5 years. 50% of sufferers die within 14 months of diagnosis.
And she was in palliative care?
A hospice, yes. She was there a little over a year. She needed constant care. She was a quadriplegic by that stage.
So, you watched her become paralysed?
Bit by bit. She had great spirit, though. She's still really engaged with the world, listened to talking books, watched films, liked to have music playing in a room. It wasn't as if she had no quality of life. We did a lot of those things together in the hospice.
After she died?
After she was killed,
What made you question what had happened?
I saw her the day before. We spoke. Well, I spoke mostly. She found it hard to make herself understood. It was tiring. It took her a lot of effort. She was all right. She was in good spirits. There was nothing that indicated that she was at the end. I'd started reading her a new book. She was happy. And then I get the call and I knew that there'd been some kind of interference and I was right.
Well, toxicology showed increased levels of morphine metabolites. Although the report does go on to say that there's a certain amount of accumulation that occurs over time when there's been regular dosage administered.
My wife was killed by an overdose of morphine. The last person to attend to her was Dr. Williamson.
Rob Santangelo is convinced his wife was deliberately killed by a doctor.
Deliberately? You mean with intent to kill or with intent to alleviate her suffering?
He would say intent to kill.
Yes, but if the death arose as a foreseen but not intended consequence of the increase in the dose of morphine, then it's not murder, is it?
But if a death is reasonably foreseeable as a consequence of your action, that's at least arguably intent to kill. Or reckless indifference.
Go on.
Well, for a start, it's taking a positive action, not neglecting to do something or withdrawing something.
Think of it in terms of the principle behind self-defense, the doctrine of double effect.
I will think about it if I'm allowed to sit down.
Oh, just throw it on the floor, won't make any difference.
Don't you lose things?
Don't you ever mind your own business?
Self-defense and the doctrine of double effect?
First formulated by Thomas Aquinas.
Huh?
Oh, and you're doing so well. St. Thomas Aquinas is a 13th century philosopher.
As well as a seminal thinker in the early Christian church, a Dominican, also known as Dr. Angelicus, Dr. Communis, or Dr. Universalis. Do you think I'm 8 years old, Tony? I know who Thomas Aquinas is.
Then you'd also know the distinction between causing a morally grave harm as a side effect of pursuing a good end and causing a harm as a means of pursuing a good end.
So, in a situation where I'm being attacked, if my intention is to save my life and my attacker is killed, that's okay.
Exactly, but if you defend yourself with greater violence than is necessary, then your intention is arguably to kill your attacker as a means of saving yourself.
Tatum, you have to check this out.
Sorry, kids. I've got a date to learn about doctors and morphine and all sorts of things you shouldn't have to think about until you're 100.
I knew that giving her an intramuscular injection of 15 milligrams of morphine would hasten her death.
You intended to kill her?
I was in charge of Diana St. Angelo's palliative care. That is to reduce her suffering, not to try to cure her or delay the progress of her disease.
You haven't answered my question.
I spent a lot of time with Diana in the 18 months she was with us. She was very clear about what she wanted. She'd made friends with other people in the hospice that were suffering with the same condition she had. She'd seen them deteriorate to the point where they couldn't even swallow, where they could barely move more than an eyelid or a cheek muscle. She told me she'd thought about asking her husband, Rob, to help her in taking her own life, but she didn't want to burden him with that choice, with that level of guilt.
What did she want?
She didn't want to go on living if she could no longer swallow.
She asked you to assist in her suicide instead of her husband.
She was finding it very difficult to swallow, and that distressed her emotionally. And emotional distress under those circumstances exacerbates physical distress. It's a vicious cycle.
So you gave her the overdose?
I increased her dosage of morphine to alleviate her suffering.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm going to make a coffee. Thought you might like one.
Do you have a living will?
Like an advanced health directive. But you're a bit young for that.
We're not too young, Richard. Anything can happen. I don't want to be fed through a tube.
Okay.
And I don't want to be resuscitated.
Tatum.
And I don't want anyone else to have to make those kind of decisions. Not even a doctor. It's too much to ask.
One strong coffee coming up.
Do you hate this job sometimes?
Not quite the opening I was expecting.
I don't want to pursue a doctor who has performed a compassionate act for someone who had had enough. But I don't want to worry someone's going to rob me of time I could be spending with my dying husband.
Look at the evidence.
That's exactly what I've been doing. The pathology report showed elevated levels of morphine, inconsistent with the dosage Diana Santangelo had been on. Dr. Williamson admits, without really admitting it, that he knew the morphine would kill her. That gives possible causation and arguable intention. Plus, he said she wanted to die.
Which is hearsay and not supported by her husband.
I know it's hearsay, but I would want to die in that situation too.
Which is irrelevant.
I know that.
And after the evidentiary stage, we look at...
Do you treat all of us mere solicitors as children, or just me?
Do you always talk back at people who are trying to help you learn?
Oh, is that what you were doing? I thought you were just being misanthropic, as usual. After establishing causation and intention, I looked at the public interest, bearing in mind that each case must be considered on its own merits. Diana had the mental capacity to form the intention to commit suicide. Her doctor says that she communicated that intention clearly. He was motivated by compassion. There was no gross negligence in his treatment, and he had nothing to gain from her death. I would recommend not prosecuting.
Okay.
So that's it?
Yep. That's it.
It's a will kit. Not that I think you're going to cark it next week, but let's be honest, you're in pretty bad shape.
Is this all?
That's all. Except to say that I won't be buying you any more donuts.
What we have is hot easterly winds that will persist in the west, but for the southeast, we've got cooler, brisk southwesterly winds from the southeast, and a high pressure system moves through the bight.
Oh, great idea. Skinny cap, thanks, Richie.
Yum.
Actually, this is my break.
You're welcome to generosity.
You're not made of glass, babe.
This is for you. Light bondage isn't cutting it for me anymore.
Yeah, can't wait.
Don't you have something for me?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Here. Love you.
You are such a disappointment.
What did I do?
Richard?
I haven't finished
We're
my
leaving
breakfast.
now.
Baby?
Don't you dare call me that.
Tatum, it's for you.
Yes, open it. So you told me that. Yes, open it. What is going on?
Tatum's going to call you. Whatever she says you gave her, agree.
Is it Conrad?
Oh, yes! Show me. What is it? Oh, it's a photo shoot for her.
Oh,
Baby?
yeah, she's been sorry.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It's very,
It's glamorous.
It's not staying there, though, right? Is it?
Oh, well, there were 6 others from the shoot. We could swap them around.
Yeah, maybe we could use the sci-fi theme.
This one's fine.
Who wouldn't want to be us?
Just as hot as our first bash.
I'll go get my other bag.
I said I'd pick you up, a few drinks, go clubbing for a bit.
Can't, babe, sorry.
Well, let's at least get a bite to eat, because I'm starving.
Well, let's do noodles at home, and then I've got this extra pile Tracy's dumped on me.
You've got till 10, and I want you in bed. I got some ideas.
I'm right here, guys, not deaf.
Con, do you remember Jack Pugliese?
A bit before my time. Colourful racing identity. He wore really bad suits.
Dad knew him.
Oh, right.
The police have arrested a Rose Pugliese, his daughter, I think, bringing some dope down from the North Coast, traffic cannabis.
How much?
Bit over 1 kilo. The police want me to oppose bail.
Oh, for a kilo, it's a bit harsh.
She claims she was trying to make some quick money to pay her kid's medical bills.
Yeah, right.
The boy has cerebral palsy. That poor kid without a mum.
Article 2, personal feelings of the prosecutor must never...
Shut up.
Oh, great. Another important early morning conference with Detective Campbell.
No, actually, I'm here to see Miss Novak.
Why don't you just kiss him? Here, in front of everyone.
Tatum, I hear you're doing the Rose Pugliese bail hearing today.
I'll do what I can. The assumption in favour of bail still applies. Why do you want to keep her locked up? It was only a small bag of happy tobacco.
It was over a kilo. She's in that drug syndicate up to her tits.
Her tits aren't in the case notes. What I see is a humongous surveillance operation that only grabbed one woman with a plastic bag of weed.
She's a flight risk. She's got pride. She's got criminal connections.
What does her family have to do with anything?
Did I mention her family? Are you disputing my instructions?
I will oppose bail as requested by the police. I'm just saying I might not win this one.
I've just had Detective Campbell in my ear, and he seems to think you're going to run dead in this Rose Pugliese bail application.
I'm not. Even though the cops are just trying to cover their ass after a bungled operation.
I remember Jack Pugliese. We never prosecuted successfully. His little girl used to come to court sometimes.
His little girl should have been kept out of it.
Clearly, dads can be a bad influence.
Or they can inspire. Are we done?
Just pick your battles with the police carefully. Fight them on principle, not on gut reaction.
Hey,
Detective?
did you do a bail history?
Yes.
Got a copy with the clerk of the court?
I so don't need my hand held during a bail application, especially not by a detective sergeant.
We need Rose held and remand investigations are ongoing.
Fishing trip's ongoing, but yes, whatever.
Miss Novak?
Yes.
Oh, hi. I'm Elle Kavanagh. I'm acting for Rose Pugliese.
Oh, Tatum, hi.
We're all here. Listen, I was thinking, why don't we treat this as a summary matter?
Because it's not a summary offence. Rose was found with an indictable quantity of
That's
marijuana.
what the paperwork says, but let's drop the quantity. Wind the charge back from trafficking to possession.
No way.
My client will plead guilty to possession. If she gets a custodial sentence, then so be it.
Well, a bond's more likely, and we wouldn't oppose that.
That would be really good for the little boy. And Rose, of course.
Tatum, this case is
The
open.
DPP has carriage of the matter. I'll just have to go up the food chain.
Okay. Call Tony Gillies. He knows the score. Sorry.
Let's get rid of this.
That's a done deal. I'll just let the court know.
Tatum Novak. Andy Campbell's been on the phone again. It wasn't pretty.
He shouldn't be pushing the DPP around.
In bail matters, we take instructions from the police.
It was a plea bargain. Janet loved it.
We had a chat before. I was gentle,
Oh,
but
where's
sometimes...
your whip, Tony? I was looking forward to it.
Just shut up for 5 seconds and listen. Your old man's a thug. You know that. Everyone knows it. Some of his enemies are in concrete slabs just down the road, but he's given you a chance to ignore all that and be your own woman. You take that chance. And you find yourself carrying baggage around like you did today, then ditch it. And ditch it fast.
Let's go to our room.
No, I miss doing it on the fluffy rug.
What if Richard comes home?
He's at some nerdy lecture, sucking up to Judge Walker.
Actually, no, he's not. Shit. Apologies.
You said you wouldn't be home for hours.
I'm sorry.
Hey, what happened?
I got knocked off my bike. Sprained my wrist. I'm really sorry to interrupt.
No worries, man. You're injured.
Yeah, but you two need your privacy, and I'm always...
Shut up. We want you to be here. Sorry. I'll be out of here in a minute.
Oh.
You're right. It's all so boring. I hate choosing clothes for work. You can never wear anything really exciting. I won't be long.
He's moving out.
Probably live with a bossy vegan, but anyway.
Vegetarian.
Moving out?
My work here is done.
I thought you liked living with me and Conrad.
I do, but you don't really want to give up your dressing room, and Conrad doesn't really want to give up his gym.
Don't forget your pillow.
It's yours.
Consider it a housewarming gift. It's just in there.
Like it?
Oh my God.
I can't believe it. You knew about this?
Well, I knew that Conrad took half the day off work to get the room ready, but
So what do you think?
What about Tatum's dressing room?
I hope you appreciate the sacrifice I've made. My clothes are now keeping company with the Nautilus machine.
They really don't have to.
And look, that's in case you miss us now. You're in here on your own.
You thought of everything.
We love you, man.
All right, what's the big emergency?
These phone intercept transcripts from my Linton drug case tomorrow. They're completely indecipherable. You're the resident TI expert.
I don't want to be known as the world authority on phone intercepts.
Please.
I want to be the world's most dazzling trial barrister. A jurisprudential tour de force. Beauty and brains all wigged and gowned in one irresistible package.
Lovely. But what do I do with all these columns?
If I'm still doing this in 5 years' time, please shoot me.
Only if you shoot me first.
Could be worse. You could be Ben. He's had to take a plea on his mother smotherer.
Sounds like that's not the only place he's had to take it.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Okay, watch, learn, behold the mastery. Date, time, direction.
So what's direction?
Direction of the call. So did Linton call the informer or did the informer call Linton? Here. Linton arranges for one of his runners to drop $3,000 off to Lee. Lee is in the car with Morgan, who has 2 kilos of heroin.
If Linton has 3 kilos and Lee has 4, how many does Morgan have?
Do you want my help or not?
Yes.
Then...
Ah, the man himself. How are you?
Yeah, good.
You look awful. Are you okay?
Sweetie!
Babe! Come here! Have you seen this guy? He looks absolutely shattered.
Yeah, he did an all-nighter.
Serious? You are in your head too much, man. You work crazy hours, you eat shit, and you're always too tired to have fun. I'm worried about you.
I'm fine.
I'm serious, Rich. You know, you want to meet someone special, you've got to look after yourself. You're not just going to run into them on the street.
Well, actually, I did run into someone on the street, but I was a total jerk, and I shouted at them. So together with screwing up my case and humiliating myself in court yet again, I've had an excellent day.
That does it. You were coming out with us. Leave the bike.
No, actually, I need some bike time.
All right. All right. But look at me, Rich, hey. Tatum and I, we love you, brother. Might be time you turn your life around. You hear me?
Come on, babe, let's go.
All right.
What have you lost now?
My puffer.
Are you asthmatic?
Have you gone over the Smith assault?
Mm-hmm.
So, dazzle me.
That's not going to be easy.
I have faith.
On the surface, it looks like a straightforward prison assault. Witnesses state there was shouting in the exercise yard when a gang of men set upon a lone prisoner, Warren Smith, while the guards weren't looking. The police, however, want us to proceed with attempted murder.
Well, what do you think?
Attempted murder? Looks to me like the perpetrators just got lucky. They nicked a major artery and the victim had a cardiac arrest en route to the hospital.
Did we take into account the fact the victim was locked up in the prison yard with 9 other inmates, 5 of whom left at exactly the same time, a half hour before the end of their allotted time?
That's only proof that those 5 intended to leave.
Explain then the statement made by one of the prisoners, Robbie Lucas, who claims he was told to leave the yard in advance by Mr. Nelson Tafuit, one of the alleged assailants.
Mr. Lucas is a recidivist offender. I imagine he's trying to gain some advantage by cooperating.
Or he's telling the truth.
There's no basis to proceed.
What if I told you the victim of this vicious assault was cooperating with the drug investigation in the prison, and the prison authorities believe those 4 inmates were trying to shut him up?
So, we're going to do this?
Well, let's see how strong a witness Robbie Lucas turns out to be. Without him, the whole thing falls apart. Yes?
Excuse me, David wants to see us.
Draft a witness authorization for David to sign.
Sure.
Step this way. Take off your shoes. Go through the scanner again. Step this way again. Hold your arms up. Do you have any knives, guns, syringes, liquids, photographic or telephonic devices on your person?
A phone?
Placed in the locker with the rest of your possessions and sign the register.
Enjoying your first visit?
That guard knows me better than Conrad.
Come to visit the Gillis wing? Your boss gets a lot of love out here.
Love to kill me, he means. All right, just breathe. We'd like to speak to you about a statement you made concerning a serious assault here in the prison yard at Benchley. I've got a copy with me.
Didn't bring my glasses.
Oh, that's all right. We'll walk you through it. Now.
Whoa, not in the face, eh?
Oh, sorry. Oh, Mr. Lucas.
Mr. Lucas, on the afternoon of the 3rd, you were in Z Yard when you state you were approached by a Nelson Tafua who informed you it would be wise to leave the
Who'd you say?
Nelson Tafua, a fellow prisoner.
Did I say that?
Yes, that's what's in your statement.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I remember being in the yard, but, no, someone talking to me.
Not under investigation, Mr. Lucas. We just need to confirm a few facts.
I don't remember the day that well, so I'm not really sure what I saw or heard.
But this is what you state you saw and heard.
I don't know.
I'm gonna get a glass of water.
Look, we know you didn't witness the assault. We're not asking you to add to your statement or give us any... Hey! Let go.
Smooth legs.
Danny Novak's my father. Let go of me or you're fucking dead.
I've got nothing to say. Go call the guard.
Oh, and I had a perfect evening all worked out. It was going to be a triumph. Start with a twilight visit to the museum, move on to cocktails overlooking the park. Let Lisa see the real me. Cultured, sensitive, man of the world. End the night with a walk around the quay to the footlights of the bridge. And then Judge Walker. I mean, is it reasonable to deny a 10-minute adjournment so the act can be located, let alone accept defence's submissions without a skerrick of evidence to back them up? And now, instead of having an evening to remember, I'm going to be exhuming the Bongmeister's bank records, combing the Sentencing Act, and waiting on an update from the cops. All courtesy of Judge Treat 'em Mean, Keep 'em Keen, Victoria Walker. Oh, thanks. Really? No, your support makes a difference.
Robbie Lucas's file. Go through that, see if there's anything in there that'll help the police word a letter of comfort for his next parole board hearing.
Why? He said he won't help us.
Just looking for a juicy carrot to assist his memory.
Robbie Lucas doesn't deserve to get out early.
However accurate your assessment may be, the bottom line is the police need his statement.
He won't help us.
Maybe not, but we have to be seen to be playing nicely with the other children. And he's their leverage. Bring me the information in the morning.
So, cheers. Cheers. So how was your day, sweetheart? They're not overworking my princess, are they?
Not a princess, Dad.
She had to go out to Benchley today. Didn't you, babe? Full on.
Whose bright idea was that?
I went with Tony.
I thought Gillies would know better than that. That's no place for a young woman.
It was fine.
Are you sure, babe? Because you do seem a bit, you know.
Can we stop talking about me? I thought tonight was supposed to be about picking a venue.
I thought that we could actually start by choosing a date.
Well, it's up to me, is it?
It's always up to you, babe.
Well, fine. 6 months from today.
Seriously?
You wanted a date? We've got one. Is that okay with you, Dad?
Yeah, that's fine.
Great.
This is a good drop. Any more of this?
Yeah, I'll have a look.
Thanks. Did something happen today?
No.
Prisons are not nice places, but the men in there are in there for good reason. Now, I don't want you feeling sorry for them.
I don't feel sorry for them.
Good. Because they see you coming, a beautiful young woman like you, all your potential, makes them feel ugly. You represent everything they'll never have. You know that?
So those men can't change?
Well, some can, I suppose, if they're lucky. If they've got good reason.
What's a good reason, Dad?
Well, family, I guess. I don't really know.
Why did you push me to go into the DPP?
I didn't push you to go into the DPP.
But you said it would make you happy.
You graduated top 10% of your class. You earned that job. Who wouldn't be happy?
I remember it differently. I remember you saying that the DPP would be the perfect place for me to work.
Well, maybe I thought you'd get respect there.
Respect.
Prosecutors uphold the law. Defense lawyers just deal with scum, don't they?
You know a lot about it.
If you want to ask me something, just ask.
We ran out of red, Danny. Bored?
Great.
Where's my kiss?
Can I ask you something? What do you do for Dad?
I sell cars.
Is that all?
No. Sometimes we take long walks on the beach together to candlelit dinners. What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it.
Tate, I sell cars. And what do you think happens in a car yard?
That's all you do.
Well, what else would you want me to do? Look, your dad's a good bloke. Why are you giving him such a hard time?
Jesus. What? Oh, shit.
I can't sleep.
Yeah, well, if the TV comes on and starts glowing by itself,
A guy grabbed me
What guy?
at the jail today. A prisoner.
What do you mean? What do you mean grabbed you? Tatum,
I can't believe I wore that stupid dress out there.
was that all? I mean, did he? Was it
He
anything else?
just grabbed me. He was so...
Tatum, mate. Hey, come here.
go out there now. I'll let you know. Menthol. How are we going on this parole board business?
I'm still working on it.
Detective Pickford had a call from Robbie Lucas this morning. Seems he apologised for wasting our time yesterday. He's had a change of heart and he's prepared to stand by his original statement.
Really?
Not only that, he's offering to corroborate our victim's information in return for help with his parole.
Incredible.
I can only surmise Robbie had a Damascene epiphany last night and found whatever we said to him appealed to his conscience. There is one speed bump. He said he'd only speak to you, but I'm afraid he's going to have to put up with me.
He's asked for me. I'll do it.
Absolutely not. He probably just wants a second chance to ogle a pretty girl.
I'm not a pretty girl, Tony. I'm an officer of the DPP.
I'm trying to protect you.
No, you're treating me like a child. I know how to handle myself. You would let Janet go out there?
Well, I wouldn't have a say in it.
Well, then treat me the same way. It's my job. I want to do it. And let's face it, if you go out there, chances are he won't give you anything at all, not if he's asked specifically for me. The guards will be with me. I'll be fine.
I'm glad you showed.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
I'm sorry, I would never have tried it on if, I'd known.
Just say what you've got to say, and let's get this over with.
What do you want me to say?
The truth. That your statement is correct.
And if I do that, then it's all cool. Like, with your dad?
Forget my father.
He's had people killed for way less than what I did.
That's not true.
It doesn't matter. All I'm saying is I'll do anything you want. I'll swear to anything you want. Just don't hang me out to dry.
So you'll stand by your statement on the assault?
Absolutely. Yeah, whatever you want.
What are you smiling for?
Oh, nothing. I just rule.
You know World of Warcraft has no bearing on real life.
You're not going to drag me down.
No, eventually you'll do that for yourself.
But today, I am a god. Where'd you get to?
I went back to the jail.
What? For God's sake, Tatum, just call the police.
Can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I screwed up, Richard.
You didn't do anything wrong.
I did. Something definitely unprofessional, potentially criminal. And you have to stop asking me questions now or you'll have to report me. Just don't ask me anything else, please.
Cheer up. We're only going to cripple a large criminal conspiracy. And I found my puffer.
You can't use Robbie Lucas's statements.
I beg your pardon?
They're tainted. They're obtained under duress. I gave the witness the impression that his life may be in danger.
You what? Tatum?
When you were out of the room with your coughing, Robbie Lucas reached under the table between my legs, and to make him stop, I told him who my father is and that I'd have him, I'd get him. That's why I wanted to go back there by myself, because I had to tell him that there was no threat, but it looks like he doesn't believe me.
You all right?
I think so. I'm really sorry, Tony.
Oh, of course you only did it because you're frightened and I was an idiot to leave you in the room, but you understand this is very serious. Potentially criminal.
Yes.
Not to mention completely out of character. For God's sake, Tatum, you threatened to have a witness killed? This assault, did you report it? Why not?
I was worried it would get back to my dad and he'd... Robbie Lucas is a scumbag, but I don't want that on my conscience.
Do you toss threats like this around all the time?
You know I don't. What are you going to do, Tony?
Report you to the Law Society. Is what I should do. Instead, I'll call Detective Pickford and try and convince him that Robbie Lucas's talent for changing his story makes him too unstable a witness for us to proceed. And he's gonna have to junk the entire investigation.
I'm so sorry.
Not nearly enough. Did you only come clean because you were worried this would emerge your trial?
No.
Then why?
Because Danny Novak's my dad and I love him, but I work for the Crown too, and I need to find a way that I can be both. Or I don't know, Tony.
Yes. Could I speak to Detective Pickford, please? It's Tony Gillies. From the DPP.
Okay, we need to talk about something. Me and Lisa, there might be something, you know, in it. I might want to have her over occasionally, you know, in my room.
That'd be ridiculous.
Actually, that's completely normal. It's this whole gay thing that's ridiculous.
And how are you going to explain that to Conrad?
I'll just tell him I found women.
He's not stupid. He'll know we lied.
Or we could tell him the truth. Okay, so we just keep lying.
Gay at home, Richard. End of story.
Ducking back here for an hour. No work, no kids.
I think we've been longer than an hour. I feel so naughty.
Good, isn't it?
That's a girl. You're supposed to be at work. That's a girl.
Yes, it is. Lisa, this is Conrad. Conrad, Lisa.
Did he mention he's supposed to be gay?
What?
You're a fucking liar.
No, yes. I mean, look, this is nothing.
I beg your pardon?
No, I don't mean that you're nothing.
Oh, no. I think I know what you mean.
Pack your bags. Get the fuck out!
All right. What's the big emergency? Has someone died?
Richard's moving out. He had sex with a girl.
Oh, hi.
You don't seem too surprised. Fucking say something, Tatum!
It was my fault. I asked him to lie. I did it for you because you were jealous, and I knew that if you just got to know him...
It was just a dumb idea that went too far, okay? We're really sorry.
I thought we were mates.
Yeah.
Whole time you were laughing at me with my girlfriend.
I was not.
Babe, calm down.
You can shut up.
Hey, don't speak to her like that.
Don't tell me what to do in my own flat.
It is not your flat, it's mine, and he is not moving out.
Hey, Conrad.
You won't come anywhere near me right now, Richard.
Oh, this is stupid. Okay, Richard, go back to your room. I'll calm him down.
What? Like I'm some dumbass kid?
Oh, no, that's not what I meant.
Well, get rid of me so you two could sit down and intellectualize.
Wait, just calm down.
Fuck off, Richard!
Do not talk to him like that.
Why are you so protective of him, huh? Something else going on with you in this tussle because I was never fucking good enough for you, was I?
No, you're an idiot.
And there it is.
Conrad, just back off.
You're a prick. Let me see.
What's your mate?
You need to get your eyes open. What's your fucking problem, man? Huh?
And that is the last of them. Put these on Janet's desk. Can we go home now, please?
Sure.
Call him.
Suffering's as simple as you think.
Now luck.
Let's just go.
Not waiting forever, Tates. Hurry up.
Don't rush me.
No, seriously, we have to leave. Tracy is going to kill us.
Wait, these or these?
I don't know. I don't care, okay? I'm leaving.
Wait, will you? And for the record, Finchface owes me serious overtime.
Hello, Richard. Come on, we're all adults here. You two need to start talking. Now.
I might just get out of your head.
Why don't you and I go for a bit of a walk?
I really can't be late for work, Mr. Novak. I've got 3 mentions and a witness to prep, but
I understand.
Yeah.
Dad?
It's all right, Princess. Come on. It won't take long.
Why did you go to Dad's? You could have come home.
Not while he was here.
It wasn't Richard's fault. It was my idea.
So you said.
Baby. Hey, baby.
No, Tatum. That's not going to work this time. You know, you lied to me. For months.
Well, your response was completely disproportionate.
Oh, he wasn't hurt.
Assault, Conrad, isn't just physically harming someone. It's also the apprehension of injury.
Don't fucking lie to me, Tatum. How am I ever supposed to trust you again?
Hey, you can. You can. Can we please just talk?
She's my little girl. She's my angel. I want to be a grandfather, Richard. Tatum's my last hope.
No more secrets. Hey.
Hey. Did you and Colin sort things out?
Yeah, we had the most incredible makeup sex, like mind-blowing.
Yeah, need to know, Tates.
What did Dad say?
Not much. He wants to be a grandfather.
So will you come home tonight?
On the scale of good ideas, that is like a -10.
Conrad won't mind.
No, Tates. Enough. Just forget it.
So where will you stay?
With Lisa. Have you got a sec?
3 bail applications, 2 mentions, and 4 weeks worth of filing saying no.
Can you just walk with me for a bit?
What, you're suddenly my BFF again? What happened to Superjock? Did you guys break up?
Please.
What's so important, ex-friend?
A brief came in this morning. An assault and assault police. The defendant's Conrad.
Conrad? You hit a cop? What, once you punch Richard, you're on a roll?
I was going to tell you.
Oh, that makes it so much better.
But no, things were so tense between us. I didn't want to make it work.
Gutless of you.
Babe.
Don't pay me. Bringing drugs to the Christmas party was nothing compared to this.
I didn't mean to, all right? I just snapped. I was drunk.
I work at the Department of Public Prosecutions. We have a file in there with your name on it. My fiancé's name that everyone knows. Small world, Conrad, very small world. Judges, cops, barristers. I know them, and through no fault of my own, they know me. But I was overcoming that, and I was doing really well at not being Danny Novak's daughter. But now, thanks to you, there's gonna be no doubt that I am. Don't touch me. Don't follow me. Don't visit me. Don't call me. You don't exist.
We really fucked things up.
We really did. And now I don't have anyone.
Still got me. If you want me.
Lisa's got you.
I'd say we're stuck with each other.
miss Con.
I know you do. Me too.
Lisa's an idiot.